WLNS is here for you with 6 News at 5.
Officials say there are no survivors of the tragic mid-air collision last night between an Army helicopter and an American Airlines commuter jet. It's our top story at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rachel Ramsey. Sherry is off tonight. 67 people are believed to have perished in the deadly crash. Erica Brown has the latest on the investigation from Reagan National Airport.
Recovery efforts on the Potomac River continued Thursday afternoon in one of the deadliest U.S. aviation accidents in recent history. CCTV captured the moment when an Army Black Hawk helicopter collided with an American Airlines regional jet as it prepared to land at Reagan National Airport last night.
At this point, we don't believe there are any survivors from this accident.
The National Transportation Safety Board is leading the investigation into how the collision occurred.
We have not recovered the flight data recorders yet. We know they're there. They are underwater.
President Trump appeared in the briefing room requesting a moment of silence for the victims.
We are one family, and today we are all heartbroken. We're all searching for answers.
He then quickly pointed a finger at the previous administration's hiring practices.
The FAA is actively recruiting workers who suffer severe intellectual disabilities, psychiatric problems, and other mental and physical conditions under a diversity and inclusion hiring initiative.
Democrats pushed back.
For the President of the United States to throw out idle speculation as bodies are still being recovered and families still being notified. It just turns your stomach.
Flights have resumed here at Reagan National Airport after they were paused for nearly 14 hours, though several hundred were canceled and others delayed.
American Eagle Flight 5342 originated in Wichita, Kansas, where a prayer service was held Thursday.
But the only way that we will get through this is together.
Officials say flight conditions were clear Wednesday night. Erica Brown, CBS News, Arlington, Virginia.
Well, officials with the Capital Region International Airport issued a statement saying, in part, our thoughts are with each victim and their families impacted by this tragedy. As officials further investigate this incident, we want to assure travelers that the aviation industry will work to ensure that the safety protocols in place are strong, secure, and reliable. This D.C. mid-air collision is hitting the ice skating community especially hard. U.S. Figure Skating confirms the plane's passengers included several of its members. Washington Bureau correspondent Raquel Martin is here for you with more.
As the recovery effort unfolds on the Potomac, loved ones of those tragically killed when an American Airlines jet collided with a military chopper are still in shock. Authorities confirm no passengers survived the crash.
It's just devastating.
Douglas Lane's 16-year-old son, Spencer Lane, was identified as one of 15 figure skaters on board.
His coaches were also on the flight with him. Wonderful people. 2 Russian world champion skaters are among the 67 victims.
I really can't believe that it happened.
The U.S. figure skating community is grappling with the news.
We're family.
Others identified: Ian Epstein, an American airline crew member. 3 soldiers who were operating the military helicopter also died.
There's a lot of people hurting today.
The Trump administration tells us right now it set up a crisis center in Bethesda, Maryland to give victim families a place to come together.
It's a heartbreak beyond measure.
Kansas Republican Senators Roger Marshall and Jerry Moran say they're working to get answers for people back home. The nonstop flight was heading inbound from Wichita, Kansas.
All of us are going to know Kansans who've experienced the tragedy. We'll know them personally, know their family members.
Back in the close-knit community of Wichita, leaders are leaning on prayer.
Because we are one Wichita.
For the Lane family based in Rhode Island, they're leaning on each other.
I guess we just have to celebrate the journey that's taken us here so far.
In Washington, Raquel Martin.
Be sure to stay with 6 News on air, online, and through our 6 News app for the latest on this continuing story. A high-speed police chase ended in a crash after deputies tracked a stolen car late Monday morning, and it was all caught on video. Zena Issa spoke with deputies to learn more. She's here for you now with the story. Zena?
Rachel, what started as a routine shift for deputies in Livingston County quickly turned into a high-speed police chase on I-96.
Crash, Kensington ramp. Rollover, starting EMS and fire 11.
Deputies say they spotted a man speeding in a Kia Forte and ran the license plate. It came up as a stolen vehicle out of Lansing. The driver would not pull over. The chase reached speeds of more than 100 miles per hour, dangerously passing vehicles on the shoulder of the freeway. The chase stretched about 8 to 10 miles from Howell to Brighton before the driver lost control while trying to exit the freeway, rolling over several times.
The biggest thing is for people when they're out driving is always be cognizant of their surroundings, even when you're driving on 96, no matter where. In an urban area or a rural area, you can always become the victim of someone that's driving inappropriately or someone that's running from the police.
Both the driver and passenger were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No one else was hurt. The driver, a 35-year-old man from Williamston, was taken into custody by U.S. Marshals Service for an outstanding warrant.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
What we know at this point is that there is rain on the way tonight and into tomorrow. The thing we have to grapple with is, will we transition over to some wet snow during the afternoon? We'll try to answer that for you. There's a look at the satellite and the radar. Dry so far and will be for the next several hours as clouds continue to increase and rain begins to spread in from the south. A look at Precision Cast, and I wanted to put temperatures on here as well because those numbers will be very important tomorrow. So we're well above freezing tomorrow morning with temps generally in the mid-30s and mainly rain showers, though there could be a couple snowflakes or sleet pellets that mix in on the northern fringe of this system. Then we'll have a dose of rainfall tomorrow, and then by 2 or 3 o'clock, will we drop a couple degrees and transition over to some wet snow on the very back edge of this system? It's possible. I'm not sold on this idea happening. I mean, it's just pretty mild outside, so even if we do see snowfall, it's not going to cause any huge problems for us, and by 7 o'clock it's already moving out and we're still above freezing, so that should mitigate any major problems on area roadways. Moving into Saturday, now we're looking at relatively quiet weather. The flow not really good for lake effect here, so we'll just watch a few clouds from time to time, mostly cloudy skies. Next chance of snow will be mainly to our north, but by Sunday, a few rain and snow showers once again possible. Let's assume for a minute this is all going to be rainfall. It could be significant rain, so some localized flooding becomes a concern, with many areas seeing over a half an inch to probably less than an inch of rainfall accumulation. Now let's assume that we change over to some wet snow around 2 or 3 o'clock tomorrow. If that happens, then we could pretty quickly squeeze out a quick inch or so of snowfall, maybe through Charlotte and Mason, and then spreading south and east. It should be a minor snow overall and kind of a wet snow as well. But if that happens, that could create a little slush on roadways. So we'll be watching that closely as we head through the next 24 hours. High temperature trend, I mean, it looks relatively mild through the weekend. We go from upper 30s tomorrow to near 30 on Saturday, but then back in the 40s on Sunday. Next week looks colder, but nothing too terribly cold. No Arctic air anyways. And our average high, of course, this time of the year is beginning to climb. Our current temperatures, 44 Lansing, 45 in St. John's, 43 in Mason. It's mild outside. Been really a nice day overall. I mean, you look at the Skyview Network McLaren cam, our high today, 49 degrees. Morning low is 26, and the wind gust only 21 miles per hour, so kind of a win-win-win out there today. In Grand Ledge, a little hint of sunshine, but the clouds are increasing. 46 was our high, and 44 is our current temperature. Current conditions in Jackson mild as well at 43 degrees after a high today of 46. Final stop in Hillsdale, clouds getting a little thicker, and you'll see the rain first across Hillsdale this evening. Temperature at 42 after a high today of 44 degrees. Tonight's forecast, look for a low down to 33. That's going to occur right around maybe just after midnight, and then the rain showers will build in. As the rain showers move in, slightly warmer air does as well. We're near 36 at 7 o'clock, 37 at noon, and then we fall a couple degrees tomorrow afternoon with that potential for a little rain, snow in the area. The 6-day forecast on Saturday near 30, 42 on Sunday with a morning rain or snow shower, but that'll clear out pretty quickly. Next week's Wednesday's the day to watch because we're below freezing. We could have some freezing rain or sleet and snow in the area before it changes to rain Wednesday night and into Thursday, followed by tranquil weather with highs in the 20s as we head into next weekend.
Okay, so we don't need to focus on the freezing rain yet. We can enjoy, after this cold spell, we can enjoy some of this weather we've been having.
And you step outside this evening and soak it in. We haven't been this warm in quite a while.
No, I was outside for like 2 hours today and I wasn't traumatized, so that's good. Maybe,
that's a good thing.
Yeah, right, a few tears shed just because the wind, but
Right.
it was doable after what we've been seeing.
I definitely enjoyed it.
Absolutely. And thank you for the updates, David. And we'd also like to wish a happy birthday to MSU head basketball coach Tom Izzo, who turns 70 today. He's been the head coach since 1995 and won a national championship with Michigan State in 2000. So happy birthday to you, Tom. And coming up on 6 News at 5, with all of the cold and snow we've had, are schools running out of snow days? We'll have that answer when we return, so stay tuned. 6 News at 5. We'll be right back.